Today's challenge is to see how many conversations I can have at once. In this book, written by Terry Goodkind, copyright Robert Jordan, a character sits in a chair as a bunch of people are talking to him all at once, and he answers them because he's holding like a dozen conversations at once. And I always liked it, and I always wanted to see how many conversations I could hold at the same time. And today we're going to find out what that number actually is. And we're going to do that via YouTube videos. I have not watched any of my subscribed channels in months, literally months while I was in Spain. So I have a huge backlog to get through. And I figure the best way to do it is not by watching them one at a time, but by watching multiple at a time. And I don't know how many I'm going to be able to handle. That's what the challenge is going to be, to see how many I can pay attention to and understand at the same time. So I'm going to watch some, and then afterwards I'm going to prove that I was following. Not just that I know the rough idea, like the title of the video, but I actually want to be able to say that I understood the video. Part of this will just be you'll have to trust me, but yeah, I guess all of it is you'll just have to trust me. But it's sort of a challenge for myself. You're just here for the ride, so you can trust my integrity for sure. 2 months, we gotta go back. This is rough. What to start with? This Ebony Lane, I just followed or subscribed to her. I've never seen any of her videos, so I don't want to start with hers. Philly Bowden Q&A, we can do that. This guy doesn't talk, he just runs down a mountain. So I feel like I will be skipping his videos for sure. And this is a 17-minute video. Let's start with these two. They're both going to be talking about running. I think I should easily be able to listen to two people at once, right? Okay, here we go.
We are at altitude on a training camp, which means it would be rude not to do
move in and get the body going. I race on Saturday. For today's workout, we got 2K tempo, 800 at 5.
First reaction is that I think 8 is going to be difficult. My initial goal was to do 8 at once, but they are talking at the same time, and it is hard to distinguish words.
But also as his coach, I will make sure that the marathon happens. However, I have a duty of care, and Daniel is currently running probably up.
It's very difficult. I'm following it, but there's subtitles here. I feel like it's kind of cheating. So we're going to go back, and we're going to be more selective in the types of videos. Kelly Hayes is hiking the CDT. I haven't watched any of that. I'm not going to start on day 57. I watch all of Fionor's streams. Let's go with Anna Simone, talking about Scandinavia. And this should be a good one. She's already run the Berlin Marathon, but I haven't watched that yet either. This one's going to have too much cinematography. Mia Gross, this will be a great one because she's so distracting. And yeah, that'll be interesting. I did watch the Super Barb World video. Should I show that one just to brag about it? No, not worth it. Skip all these. Can't do another one because I don't want the same person talking to me twice. Dragon, I'm not sure if his videos are in English, so we'll skip that one too. Here we go. Almi, that's 4. Okay, let's try these 4. Let's see how this goes.
Welcome. Today I'm going to take a marathon. So important to know is that I bike Norway.
Okay. The good news for you is this is a short video because I think I'm done. The bad news for me is I think the limit for me was at 2, which is very depressing because it's just a very small number. Unless I think of a better way to test this, I can really only watch 2 videos at once. I got nothing out of all of that. I'm still going to make this video because it was a challenge I was curious of the result in, even though the result was a disappointing number and incredibly small. At least now I know the number, and now I'll go back and get through my backlog one at a time is probably the better way to do it. Okay, bye. Challenge not complete. I filmed that video a long time ago, and then I didn't want to put it on YouTube because I felt like copying, it was like stealing other people's videos by showing their videos on my channel. And I didn't want to delete it though. So then I came up with this idea of editing their stuff out of it and doing a part 2 of it, which I ended up leaving it anyway. So that part of the video I was going to post, and now I've posted it. For part 2, let's find out how many conversations you can keep track of. What I am going to do is go to Wikipedia, go to random article, and I've already picked out a bunch of these via this method, and then some that were hand selected. And I'm going to read, and every, I don't know, 10 or 15 seconds, I'm going to add another one. You're going to hear a bunch of Wikipedia pages, see how many you can keep track of. I'm going to blur the screen. I am reading, so there's a bit of like a droning cadence. I'm going to try to be a little bit more, I was going to say athletic, and then I was going to say empathetic. Enthusiastic. I'm going to up the enthusiasm, be a little bit more like a play reading type deal. Like, Tachydorius pygia is a species of the moth of the family Cosmotoverabagadia. It's found in Australia. Instead of just reading a lot of words like this, you know? So, I'll be flexing the intonation muscles. Let's get started though, shall we? Oh, I'm also gonna skip out on like the name, like I wouldn't have read this. Just in case you're looking for the name of the first thing right at the beginning, you're not gonna get that. Alright, you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. The blank was an ancient state that controlled the Mediterranean and much of Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa during the classical period. The Roman Republic had previously conquered most of these territories, which later became under imperial rule following Octavian's an American pitcher in Major League Baseball. A left-hander, he played for 13 years BC with the Louisville Coyotes for his eccentric and Chicago Empire divided into Western and America, as well as the Philadelphia Athletics Roman Empire. Successful 476 Waddell was elected classification and was an 18th century British the highly eccentric 25 race and for being a remarkably higher strikeout pitcher and the most powerful
and the deposition of Romulus Augustus in 476 by Odoacer, the Western Empire finally collapsed. The Byzantine Empire survived for another millennium, with Constantinople as its sole capital, until the city's fall of 1453. I think we all remember the fall of Constantinople and the Roman Empire. Let me know how many topics you guessed. If you wanted to know all of them, they're in the description. And challenge complete.